I really despise the dating scene in Singapore now because why is it so complicated? Why is it so goddamn complicated? I feel like people on dating apps, no offense to anybody who's using dating apps though, but this is just one thing that I've observed out of like the majority of the people that are on dating apps. They are constantly talking to more than one person, which I feel like is not very in line with like my morals. Like personally for me, if I'm talking to someone, I would just want to talk to one person at a time, because I feel like if I'm talking to so many people at the same time, I'll get confused and I also feel very drained. Like if you're finding so many people to talk to and they are like fresh new talking stages, aren't you just repeating yourself like a shit ton of times to different people? Isn't it tiring? Because I'm someone who prefers talking to one person at one time, I feel like it is a little bit like unreasonable for me to tell the other person like, or like ask the other person, oh, how many other people are you talking to? Because like I don't think I'm comfortable with you talking to more than one person. Because it's literally like their will. It's like it's their own choice to talk to so many people, and who am I to tell them no, you shouldn't talk to so many people at once, because that is my preference and my preference is different from their preference. So I have no idea how to draw the line, because I feel like when someone is talking to so many people, it makes me one of like their choices. Like I'm not their only or like their top choice, and I don't want to be their second, third, fourth choice. Okay, like who wants to be a second, third, or fourth or fifth choice? If I'm talking to someone, I better be their only choice, because I find it a little bit pointless to talk to people who talk to so many other people at the same time, because they have so many options and they are probably not gonna choose you. So no matter how good they are as a person, like when you're talking to them, you are probably not their top choice. And because of that feeling where they get after matching with like a new person, I feel like they'll be drawn to the latest person that they match with, because it's like the 新鲜感 is there. Because if you are talking to someone for like, let's say okay, let's just say that there is this person talking to like 5 different people. So the first person that they talked for about like 2 months already, and then subsequently they match with more and more people. And as humans, I feel like it's very normal to feel a sense of like adrenaline when you meet someone new. So obviously your conversations are gonna go much more like smoother, it's more interesting when you first get to know someone. Because as time goes by and y'all talk more often and get to know each other better, I feel like conversations will die down a little bit. Like it is not gonna be as interesting or as exciting, because you sort of already know a gist of what the person is like. Not saying that you cannot bond with that person, but it's just that I feel like it's very normal for people to want to feel that adrenaline whenever they are meeting someone new. So they're definitely gonna be more drawn to the latest person that they match with. And because of this kind of like culture, like having the option to talk to many people at once, it becomes pointless to talk to people, in my opinion. Like it's like an endless kind of like cycle, because if you are meeting someone new on a dating app and that person is also talking to like, for example, 5 other more people, I think the chances of you matching or like being exclusive with that person is very low. Because at the back of their mind, they're like, oh, if this doesn't work out, I have like 4 other more people to go to, and if that doesn't work out, I have like 3 other people, and if that doesn't work out, I can always just find more people. Which I find that is like very superficial, and I don't really like this kind of like culture, because I'm someone that wants to like meet someone and settle down, that kind. Like I don't date for the experience, I date to marry. And if I'm talking to someone that doesn't date to marry, I see no point in continuing the conversation because our goals are different. So honestly, I have no idea whether I'll find the love of my life in this lifetime or not. But if I do, it's a good thing. If I don't, it's also not a bad thing, because I really, really like being single. Being single gives me so much freedom, so much joy, so much peace, you know. It really helps me feel more comfortable in my own body, and I don't know, I just like being single. It's not that I don't like being in a relationship, it's more of like that's not my priority right now. It's like I don't want to force any sort of like connection with anybody. So if a relationship comes by, then okay. If not, whatever.